Hello everyone, and welcome to an incredible solo episode of the Pokemon A to Z series here on the Mention the Amazing channel. This series is honestly great. The funniest thing, so it's episode 33 of Season 2, which is the Regulation E content. A lot of information about Regulation F has been going around, and honestly, I looked at some of the new legendaries, and they seem absolutely crazy, and the Paradox Pokemon as well. I hope to hear whether the new Paradox Pokemon as well as Wake and Iron Leaves are legal, hopefully sometime soon, as I've been looking at planning sort of what will be coming up in Season 3 with Regulation F. And honestly, there are some absolute banger Pokemon. Like the first the first episode is going to be so scuffed, it's amazing. It's actually, I think, one of the Pokemon there I've actually mentioned in this series, which is very funny, because it's not a particularly good one. But yes, here we have another incredible solo episode with an incredible combination of Pokemon, as I very slowly take you through the alphabet before we wind up going back to A and Z in the next DLC. Here we have one of the new Pokemon, so this is the modern day equivalent of the legendaries Miraidon and Koraidon, as well as one of the just all-time, I think this is one of the Pokemon that's won Pokemon Worlds the most, Snorlax. It's not the Pokemon. I think like Conkeldurr is also high up on that list, Cresselia is also high up on that list, but it's definitely a Pokemon that is pretty impactful. And because it's a solo episode, and both of these Pokemon are normal type, and I didn't do a solo episode last time I had two Pokemon of the same type, which I think was Dark. I am going to do a mono-normal one, just as, as part of heading out of this series and just in the spirit of having good fun. So let's talk about Snorlax first. I think WolfeyVGC did a video with Snorlax. I don't remember much about it, but I think it used Sinistcha, which makes sense considering Belly Drum is a main thing. Snorlax has three good abilities. Gluttony used to be insanely good, which was... Gluttony used to be... because they nerfed the main berries. The pinch berries used to heal you back 50%. So it used to be that you would Belly Drum down to exactly 50%, you would eat the pinch berry, and then you would go back to 100%. Now you only go back to 83%, and that 17% is a pretty impactful difference. Like that is the equivalent of having had a turn of Volcalith or Wildfire Gigantamax effects on you, which is not great. That's more than, that's 2 layers of spikes, So, definitely not a terrible ability. Thick Fat, a fire and ice type resist. Obviously, if you are running an ability that would prevent you from running berries, an item that would prevent you from running berries, I think Thick Fat is sort of the first one you think of. Assault Vest is maybe the main ability I would think of. The Clear Amulet, I think, would also make some sense with it, potentially if it was like a curse set for some reason. And then Immunity. Become immune to poison, and then even if someone, like Neutralizing Gas, poisons you, and then the wheezing switches out, you then heal from that as well. So, I don't particularly know what I want to do. I guess Gluttony is fine. Thick Fat is also fine. It really depends what I sort of want to do with the rest of the team. Big relevant moves. Belly Drum usually loses 50% max HP. You gain plus 12 attack, which caps at plus 6. But even if you're at minus 6, you go to plus 6. That is a pretty good amount of healing to get. Genuinely quite solid. And with the 110 attack, at plus 6, that 110 attack is quite good. Snorlax does not have priority, unlike Azumarill, or huge power, unlike Azumarill. So, not necessarily the most premium, but you can very easily slap this Pokemon into Trick Room, and then get a KO each turn of Trick Room with it, which, is definitely not bad. And if you put next to like a Cresselia and a Sinistcha, and then you can like spam Earthquake or something with it, and Terra Ground Earthquake is not bad in my opinion. That said, I think we're probably trying for a fairly different comp. I don't know that Trick Room Trick Room's not bad with Cyclizar, because the thing you can do with Cyclizar is you can Shed Tail out with regen, and then bring the partner Pokemon in with a substitute while the other Pokemon sets Trick Room. But the thing is that it becomes a situation where you have to make sure your partner Pokemon can set Trick Room, which is sometimes difficult when you're effectively using it unsupported. And then the Snorlax. Oh, it's got Last Result. That's cool. Bellytron Last Resort, let's go. Snorlax is actually a Pokemon that's fit on tail room compositions before. I think that that is really bad now on account of, it used to be something that was a really relevant integer to hit, is that in Tailwind you're faster than Latias and Latios. Now, let's look at some of the faster Pokemon that are good in this tier. So Latias and Latios, for those of you who don't know, 110 speed. You'd be slower than Genpao and probably died Sacred Sword. You know, you're definitely slower than boosted Flutter or Bundled, but I think you're also slower than even like boosted Roaring Moon. Probably even some of the much slower booster Pokemon like a Sandy Shocks or a Screamtail. Actually, you're just slower than Screamtail, period. You know, you're faster than a Torn, but the Torn's probably also set Tailwind, and then you're not faster than Torn. And Thunder may have paralyzed you in that time, you know. And then, yeah, even some of these Pokemon, you know, Iron Moth or whatever, are very capable of being at +1 speed. Walking Wakula. So, that is maybe a bit complicated. So I think maybe a more defensive spread might make more sense, I don't know. The main sort of thing that I actually like doing with Cyclizar, sorry, I finished all that name. He's got really weird coverage. Back in Generation 2, it used to be that you would have max EVs and everything functionally, because you're different. The system worked very differently, and that was cool because then you could run special moves like Thunder and Fire Punch. Actually, no, I think you did learn Fire Blast back then. But yeah, and then that would like be effective. But now all of those like Fire Punch is a physical move, and thus not good at beating Skarmory, who's not even in the format. I don't even like normal resists. I guess you run like Heavy Slime. How heavy is Snorlax compared to like the average? What's it called? Snorlax. Okay, I am absolutely. I had a goated game. Actually, it was against it was. I'm pretty sure it was against a bloke from Groningen, where I was using a Scarf 2 cannon to great impact. It was fun. 460 kilograms. I think that's like where you're doing decent damage to even like a Dondozo, right? Yeah, I mean that's not bad. There's definitely Pokemon in the format that are heavier than you. How's that into like an Iron Hands? Like how much, if I'm like Terra Ghosting or something, how much am I taking from Iron Hands? It's heavier than Iron Hands, but not significantly. Pokemon weight is weird. I should do that next. Let's just draw fat Pokemon next or something. But yes, Snorlax, thick fat, and yeah, its main sort of thing is that it does have access to Double Edge as a major stab move, Facade's a major stab move, Body Slam is a major stab move, and then beyond that you've got okay coverage in Heat Crash, Heavy Slam. I actually don't know if you're legally allowed to run Heat Crash, or is that next DLC? I don't know. I think you can run it. What's the... This is how I check if this is going to show me accurate movesets or not. Does Rotom learn Pain Split? It does not? Okay, cool. Accurate movesets. Double Edge, Earthquake. Yeah, like I mentioned, Earthquake or High Horsepower earlier. Earthquake, I would say that you would use with a team that is pretty heavy on Levitate or like Grass-type partners like Sinistra. There's also ground resistant things. You know, Terraflying Pokemon. Sorry, Flying type and Terraflying type Pokemon as well. Just something where you are willing to click that spread damage. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem terrible. Like, it's got a bunch of okay moves, but really it feels like Double Edge Heavy Slam is going to be your sort of bread and butter. And then, I don't know, maybe you run High Horsepower versus Protect. Let's see what people have been running on Snorlax. High Horsepower, Facade, Body Slam, Earthquake, Heavy Slam, Recycle, and Stomping Tantrum. That's true. You probably do kill, you probably do already KO Flutter at +6. I think I will go with an Assault Vest version though. If only because it's funny. And then that would likely be Terra Ghost. When you are a normal type, you basically want to get something that resists fighting, because it's the only type you're weak to. Cyclizar. Now, my favorite thing to do on Cyclizar is this. Not that. So this is what I like doing, because you can have either Draco for like some surprising burst damage your opponent doesn't expect. You can overheat to delete like a number of random resists. And then you can Hyper Voice to get some spread damage off, or you can Shed Tail into a partner Pokemon. That's it. I might have been using this on a team with Chiyu, but no, I wasn't. It was Reg B, so Chiyu wasn't in the format. What was I using it with? Some other spread Pokemon then, probably. I don't know. I think Cyclizar's fun. It's definitely much been power crept out of the format for some of the same aforementioned speed-based reasons. I get you Terrafire, because then you resist ice, and you know you got Overheat. There you go, broken. One of our favorite. Overheat's cool, and then you can Shed Tail into the Assault Vest Snorlax, who is, considering it's Assault Vest, probably Body Slam, Facade, Heavy Slam, and High Horsepower. Man, it does not want me to have a lot of special defense. I probably would invest a little bit in HP, and then still invest like a decent bit in physical defense as well. Do you want min speed? Or do you want some speed? I think you actually want Terra Grass with min speed. Let's just skip the attack investment and just go bulk. We've got Adamant, and we'll pretend that that makes a good attack stat. That means we do want another good special attacker. Right, we're getting normal types. That's gonna be... There is a very good normal special attacker, huh? I think that this is sort of looking like you'd throw us Luna on the team. I forgot to put 0 speed here. And Farigiraf. And then you sort of look at what other Pokemon are interesting to you. What's the meta Ursaluna spread right now? And like it's moveset. Blood Moon, Earth Power, Hyper Voice, and Protect. Excuse me. I apologize for that. With Lifeorb, I don't love Throat Spray, to be honest with you. And then you are also going minus speed. There are some like okay normal type it's called Tailwind Mons. Okay, I'm thinking of Staraptor, which means that there probably actually isn't. Squawk is okay. Ursaluna, yeah. Blood Moon, Earth Power, Hyper Voice, Protect. Farigiraf. I think you saw it default to Terra Fairy, and then you are Psychic, Terra Blast, Trick Room, and Protect. You remember to actually run Armor Tail, and I think you run Mental Herb, or you can run the punch thing, Rocky Helmet. I think in this team, considering I'm not likely to have Fake Out, because I think I have to have run Zoroark. I think on this team, you kind of want Mental Herb, because you do need something to stop you getting... You don't want to get taunted and then immediately lose the game. That's what I'm trying to say. It's taking me a little bit to get there. I think you might have to be Throat Spray, because I think Zoroark needs to be Life Orb, if we remember the early bit of this. No, it could be Sash. We'll just pretend Sash works, right? And then you can go back to Life Orb. You're meant to be Terra Normal or Terra Ground. And let's see if anyone has run a Zoroark of any kind. Hyper Voice, Bitter Malice, Sludge Bomb, and Protect, and Icy Wind. I think Icy Wind is... It's helpful if I don't make the Farigiraf actually slow. Speaking of, there are definitely good Farigiraf spreads. This is a fairly popular Pokemon. Apparently Safety Goggles is preferred. And they're like Dazzling Gleam more than Helping Hand. They also like Imprison. Imprison is not on this team because this team is a bunch of Trick Room mons. I like Psychic. I think Psychic's helpful when you are in a format with fighting types and you're running a mono normal type team. And then Terra Blast can Terra Fairy to also hit. dark type, fighting types. Did I don't know if I said fighting types or not the first time. Apparently 252, 236 plus minus and 20. I again choose to trust the internet. The internet would not lie to me. Why would the internet lie to me, you know? I think I prefer the Shadow Ball set. And honestly, I'm just going to run Terra Blast. I don't really understand the Sludge Bomb argument. Zoroark, what was it? Icy Wind, Grass Knot, Flamethrower. Apparently people just don't run Terra Blast on this one. Or they, like 11% of teams do. They run Specs. Scarf. Scarf is funny. I mean, I think the idea with Scarf is definitely to synergize with Icy Wind. But you know what, let's just do this. It's just fine. I don't even have a Covert Cloakmon right now. Which, to be fair, is less important when you do have Farigiraf on the team. I'm just going to run Modest. And then there's no Beware in the format, is there? Is there Inner Focus, maybe? No, it's not Inner Focus. I wanted something that would prevent me from dying to Sucker Punch. Outside of just Farigiraf. There's not really that many good leftovers. I think it's just a Raptor. And honestly, I think this might be a fun Raptor game. I do love a good bit of Funsteraptor. It is my favorite set. If you couldn't tell by me calling it Funsteraptor. So, this is what we're going with. We're pretending this is a real team. This is the Trick Room version of the team, and this is the non-Trick Room version of the team. We are going to, yeah. But yeah, no, it's awesome having hit episode 33. Please, guys, leave a like and comment down below if you're enjoying this episode, and let me know which of my normal types you think will pop off the hardest. Okay. Well, this is definitely a team where we want Trick Room up. I think I'm going to lead Cyclizar in to Farigiraf, Ursaluna, Snorlax. One of these Pokemon is going to have a speed boost, and whichever one it is, I don't want to die. I don't think I set a Terra on Zoroark. Honestly, that is probably fine. Fairy. Okay, cool. I set a Terra on everything else. Okay, I don't think that anyone has run Flame Orb on this particular version of Ursaluna. So my hope was to Shed Tail into Ursaluna. They're gonna kill my Farigiraf. I don't have Protect. I think I Draco the Arcanine and switch Ursaluna hard in. No, Snorlax hard in. Snorlax hard in. Oh. Huh. You know? Oh, that is the fighting type Ursaluna. Oh, I'm so stupid. Well, that's bad. Dude, I did not think that was the fighting type Ursaluna. I would have so set Trick Room there, and they could have Shed-Tailed into Snorlax, but I was stupid. Yeah, no, this is bad. This is actually quite bad. I'm gonna actually switch Ursaluna in here. Well, that's quite a bulky Arcanine as well, which makes sense considering it's Howl, though it is also Rockhead. Now, totally, you guys will double this Ursaluna slot, right? Okay. I think my entire team is just dead here, but hey, I can set Trick Room up now. Snorlax will win, I promise. I'm going to switch... No, I'm not going to switch Snorlax. Yeah, I am. I'm going to have to switch Snorlax hard in, I think. And I'm just going to Psych... I mean, my entire team is just dead to this this Ursaluna, and I'm going to drop back into the 1100s, hopefully not. Shots not. They did target the Snorlax slot. I mean, the Cyclizar was at -1,000,000, so, you know, I think you can understand why I would think that maybe they wouldn't do that on account of it not making any sense. I also should have Terra Blasted instead of Psychic. It's slightly weaker into Ursaluna, but, you know, obviously they can... Yeah, Cyclizar? Cyclizar. I don't think Cyclizar's winning this. Yeah, okay, me completely getting the Ursaluna wrong, even when it told me that was Flame Orb, was very dumb. Oh, I did drop down below the 1200s. I never just had a time... Like, I've been so busy between work and everything that I just don't know, man. So, I want to lead Zoroark next to Cyclizar, and then I wanted to pretend that it's Faradraft, but I don't actually. So I guess I pretend it's Snorlax? Like, I don't want it to not bring Staraptor, and I don't want to not bring the other one, so... I should definitely be timid. I'm going to Icy Wind, and then overheat the Amoonguss. I think. I'm pretty sure I'm overheating the Amoonguss here. Or am I hyper-voicing ever? Yeah, I think I have to overheat the Amoonguss. Okay, well, a Palafin just came in there. So I definitely wish I hyper-voiced, but I actually wish I Draco'd. Which, like, I was never going to Draco, but, you know. Never let your haters know. Am I going for Brave Bird or Dedge into this Chiyu slot is the question. Also, that is definitely specs Chiyu damage, by the way. Definitely Brave Bird. I don't know why that was even a thought process. I wish I'd Terrified. I mean, I just have to overheat the Palafin slot again, right? Okay, well that's a good start. That's a bad start. I don't like that I gave them the thermal exchange boost there. On the plus side, that one is dead. On the downside, they were Helmet. Amoonguss, it doesn't matter. Even if I Oko you immediately, you still are just one of the worst Pokemon to be in a format with. They really created just like the most obnoxious Pokemon ever. Also, the burn on this Cyclizar has meant that I'm probably in range of Palafin. Okay. I went for Scout Shot, okay. I mean, I just have to Specs Hyper Voice here and Heavy Slam the Baxcalibur. There's not really any other play. I've got the 5 hits, of course. Yeah, sure. Just lose, you know. God damn it, man. The burn is very frustrating. I wish I'd led Staraptor. Would have gotten kills. But I want Cyclizar to do things, you know? It's just Cyclizar has not kept up with this format at all. Oh my god, Regulation D must have completely killed Cyclizar from having even a faint shred of usability. Because I definitely had like things where I had brought Cyclizar and was like, okay, wow, this mon's not the worst thing that has ever existed. That said, right now this one is definitely feeling like the worst thing that's ever existed. No, I have to lead Cyclizar next to Fairy and go the Trick Room mode. I need to be able to prevent them setting Aurora Veil? Aurora Veil? But I also need to get Trick Room up, so I need to hit this overheat. Let's see if I can get one win. Terrifier, overheat, Trick Room. Just don't Fiery Wrath flinch me. Okay, let's see who's coming in. It's gonna be Articuno, isn't it? Okay, it was an Articuno. That's cool. So I'm gonna Terrafire, overheat the Cyclizar, and switch in. Do I have a double switch here? I think I might actually just double switch. They Ivy Cudgel the Ursaluna. Wow, I definitely went for the right play. I'm gonna Heavy Slam the Ogerpon, and no, I'm going to. Which might boost the strongest into Moltres? I'm going to Body Slam and Blood Moon the Moltres. Right, it doesn't let me. That makes sense. It's not terrible damage, but I did die, so that did 30 to Snorlax. Yeah, I mean, that's just game over. Unfortunately, it nasty blowing twice was really bad for me. I should have just Hyper Voiced. If I'd gotten some damage, I would have actually been playing the game, right? I did okay. I mean, I played terribly. I played in a way that lost me the game, but you know, I did. You know, I'm gonna Heavy Slam the Articuno and go for the Draco crit game. No, it's definitely Overheat. I mean, the play is to Body Slam Para full Para and then Overheat the Articuno, right? I still need to Para full Para. I parried, but then I didn't full Para. Identified the out, played towards it and all that. I've got time for more games. You know, I can play till I win one. I mean, I hate being being in the 1100s and 1200s means you run into so many just teams that are not good, but are not featuring the Pokemon that are using god-awful Pokemon solely because they can like have tech outs against them, and that's bad for me. I actually think this Snorlax set is not going to do anything at any point, so that's not great. I'm gonna go with a mixed version of the team where I lead the main two, and then I want to have Ursaluna and Staraptor in the back, mostly because I don't think Zoroark will do anything. No, I should lead Zoroark next to Staraptor, Cyclizar and Snorlax in the back. I'm gonna click Fake Out. I mean, I have to just Hyper Voice and I think I U-turned the Rillaboom slot. That's right. I don't even remember what Snorlax went for. That's because it's not Snorlax. Cyclizar time. They Ice Beamed. I thought they would Scald. I really thought they would Scald. Well, that's bad. I need the Draco to KO this Arcanine. Which, like, is definitely favored to, but if they E-speed, and I die, that's bad. Yeah, okay, cool. The beam was not to my favor. Also, locking into Hyper Voice has not worked out for me. I mean, I think even if I double-edged, I would be in a better position, but I didn't do that, so. Do I still have Terra? I do. Not that it would do anything, because, you know. No, I just don't think, I don't know that this team can win games. Cyclizar is, not only is it bad, but it was so significantly worse than I expected it to be. Because my only recent experience with it has been in Draft League, where doing stuff like that can actually change the course of the game in some way, which it cannot do in the current format. 60 power versus Melodic, 80 power versus Chien Power. This is what I mean. I don't even know why I focused on killing Arcanine. Okay. Did I double the Arcanine? No, I didn't need to. I mean, yeah, but I will lose because of the Rillaboom. Also, pretty sure I needed that Terra to KO. Yeah, I definitely needed that. No, it seems that I did not need the Terra to KO the Melodic. Look, sometimes you're just bad at the game, you know? It's fine. I mean, you just body slam, get paras. Do they not have fake out? They're like Miracle Seed, high horsepower. Okay, they do have fake out, and they KO'd me with it. And my body slam was ineffective. Not that my heavy slam would have been significantly more effective, but it would have technically done something. Okay, maybe playing until I lose is just a good surefire way to get me into 10, like the 10,000, the 1,000s. So I'm actually just going to end the episode here. It's been 30 minutes. I think that Snorlax and Cyclizar. Where do I have Cyclizar on this tier list? It's in 6. It's fine in 6. 6 is like a really usable thing for draft. I don't know if I would take it in 7. I would consider taking it in 6. Snorlax having 15. I think there are a lot of Pokemon in 15 that I would struggle to use without a good partner in here, but considering how much I struggled, I don't know if 15 is too high for Snorlax. It was dying really easily to everything, which is sad. I don't know, man. Snorlax does not seem to be... I think, you know... I think I'm moving Snorlax down to down a tier. It feels like it's super dependent on having actual good support, which is not great. There are definitely much better Pokemon. There are definitely Pokemon in 14 that have felt better in this series so far. You know, looking even at Cinderace, you know, looking at Ceruledge 100% of the time. You know, looking at Gardevoir, and then some of these Pokemon will be coming up later. Tinkaton was incredible. Tauros Blaze was really good. There are definitely Pokemon in 15 that felt a lot better than Snorlax and that feel a lot easier to slot onto different teams. Now, is running Mono Normal shooting myself in the back? Yes. But, you know, foot. That's the expression. Shoot myself in the foot. You know, Terrifier, Cyclizar. You know, Cyclizar, yeah. It's hard to... I don't know. People didn't focus down the Cyclizar, which, you know, if you are a keen watcher of the channel, you know that whenever any other time I bring a fun Pokemon, my opponents just mono target it down. But in this time, they did not target it down, which meant that it was stuck on the field doing nothing. And then they did target it, but on the turn that I switched, in ways that confused me, because why were they targeting down the side? So I guess they were predicting I would switch. I should just double switch that turn as well, to be honest. Trick Room is much better when the Pokemon that you're putting next to the Trick Room setter is good in Trick Room. But I could have also been Shed Tailing. I don't know when. Like, I don't know if there was really a great turn. The fact that Draco didn't KO, but they protected the Ursaluna, so I think if I Shed Tailed that turn, it would have been a really good position. But that's because Draco didn't KO the Ursaluna. Sorry, the Arcanine. So, like, because Cyclizar was bad, I could have played it more, get this Pokemon off the field. So maybe I should have just had less faith in Cyclizar, and more faith in my opponents to be running, like, max bulk Arcanines, you know? Ultimately, I hate being low tier on Showdown, but I just have not had any time. You know, full-time work is a really big commitment, and I try not to tilt, but I certainly succeed at that, even less than I succeed in the series. Thank you guys all for watching. Goodbye.